Hi, I'm Dr. Tiffany at Bridge to Health Chiropractic and Smart Living EDU. So a lot of people are really concerned these days about coronavirus, and I just want to give you some information that will help you. It'll also help calm the nerves a little bit and also give you tools that really work for you. So let's first talk about what happens when we come in contact with viruses. So viruses, they get into our system, and when they actually start causing harm is when they're able to colonize. That means they're able to reproduce and form a lot of them. So our best defense is actually to prevent it from getting into our system, and then if it does get into our system, to stop it from actually multiplying. So one of the things our brilliant body does is it increases our temperature. So we as a host aren't good hosts when our temperature goes up, so viruses aren't able to replicate. So when you think about that, one of the first things that happens, you come in contact with things, your temperature goes up, and we usually think, oh, I better medicate that. No, you don't want to do that. You want to actually let your body temperature go up so it actually kills off the viruses. It prevents them from replicating so they can't colonize and then actually do harm to you. So you want that fever. Of course, there's limits, but within reason. When you're 102 and below, that's creating an environment inside your body that's going to kill off that virus, and it's actually going to help you. Other things are when you're creating mucus and different things to try to get that out, you're coughing, you're sneezing, all that stuff, you want to get it out. You don't want to stop all that from happening. Actually, by adding some water will help that process even better. So knowing that, we also should think about our pain medication. I know that there are a lot of people who frequently use over-the-counter pain medications that have a co-effect of reducing temperature. You know you're using one of those if you would also use it if you got a fever and you wanted to bring it down. The two that I always think of is acetaminophen and ibuprofen. So if you're using those for pain control, one of the co-effects they'll do is they'll prevent your body from being able to strike a fever, and that's not going to be good for you. When we're battling off the coronavirus, you want your body to be able to fight with everything it's got, and that fever is so important for you. So for those aches and pains, you should go get your body checked out and figure out why, not use the pharmaceuticals, especially right now. Another thing, let's talk about the masks. Okay, there's a lot of controversy. Do you use the mask? Do you not use the mask? So frequently when we come in contact with viruses, one of the ways they get into our system is we touch it and then we touch our eyes. So mask covering our face. Good for people who actually have the virus and trying not to spray it out. But for those of us who don't have it and we just don't want to get it, it's not out here. We got to build our immune system as the best means of defense, more so than trying to block just this one entry area. And really, when we're thinking about things from that angle, the best thing we can do, wash our hands. When you're washing your hands and you use a lot of friction, that's going to be so much better for you than wearing a mask when you're thinking about preventing getting the virus into your system. So those are big points. Wash your hands. Be careful with any over-the-counter medications that reduce your temperature. Another one that people don't always think about is sleep. Sleep's one of the times when we actually are able to heal. And you want to make sure that you're getting all those cycles of your sleep so that you go into your healing state, which boosts up your immune system. One of the things that a lot of our sleep aids that we're using helps us do is fall asleep, but it won't always allow us to get into all those cycles. So you want to be careful with the different sleep aids. Now's a real good time to pay attention that alcohol, any type of sleep aids, whether it's over the counter or prescribed that help you fall asleep, but you're not getting that latter area, isn't going to be good for you. Another thing you want to do is you want to make sure you're not eating things that cause inflammation and decrease our immune system, which is going to be sugar. You have to be really careful right now about sugar and stress. So stress, what it does is it puts us into our sympathetic response. And when we're in our sympathetic response, that means that all we're trying to do is protect our life at that moment, which is counterintuitive for what it does to our immune system. Our immune system, we're usually thinking about long term. So as our stress response goes up, our parasympathetic, which is dealing with our immune system, actually starts to go down and how much it's responding. So you really have to watch your stress levels during this time. And those little tips right there are some of the best things you can do for fighting off the coronavirus. All right, have a great day.